Ooh, we are live. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for some people to join in. Y'all know I do that. While I am waiting for people to join my live, first and foremost, I have a few announcements. Little PSAs. For one, if y'all didn't know already, because y'all haven't watched my story, I am live on Spotify now. So y'all can go follow me on there so y'all can catch my podcast and everything on there. Oh, thank you, cousin. That was Sing Danny Sing. Said cute outfit. Thank you. Anika_Nika said hello. Hello. I will wave, but I'm trying to get through the announcements. Let me get through the announcement first, and then I'm gonna go back. So yeah, like I was saying, if you guys did not watch my story before, I am live on Spotify now. So I'm gonna put the link in my bio. I'm just gonna create one of them pages where it has all my stuff on there, like my YouTube and all that, because I found a way to download my lives from Instagram onto my phone so I can start posting them on YouTube, y'all. I am so excited. Anyways, so yeah, live on Spotify. And that is pri.me TV. You can follow me on there. Catch last week's episode on there. And then I'm also going to put them, like I said, on YouTube. That is the first announcement that I have. The second announcement is if you guys see me in public or my place of employment, please do not bring any type of drama there that you have with me. If it is not something related to my job, please do not approach it while I am at my place of employment. Please and thank you. Just don't do it. I would really appreciate it. I try to keep things very professional, and for the sake of my sanity and the sake of your pride, just don't do it. Thanks. So yeah, those are two announcements. There was another one that I had. What was it? I should have wrote them down, but I did not get a chance to write them down. So when I remember it, I will say, I will say what happened. I will say the announcement. I'm not gonna put the thing that happened at my job on here, but I'm just saying, if you guys know my place of employment, please do not bring outside drama into my place of employment. I am very professional at work. Just don't do it. Thank you. If you want to say hi, that's cool. Anything that has to do with outside of work, just don't bring it to my job. So yeah, those are those announcements. There was another announcement, which is my niece's birthday is on Halloween. So in 2 days, not tomorrow, but the next day. And so, I went to give her a shout out on her birthday, which is Halloween. Please, or even now, you can drop, a comment once I post this and say happy birthday to her, because she is going to be turning 12 and I'm super excited for her. I asked her what she wanted to do. She didn't know. I asked her what she wanted and she said she wanted some shoes. So we'll just see how that goes. As more people are joining again, just quick preview or recap of the announcements. I'm live on Spotify. I'll put that link in my portfolio or my, what is it called? Profile. There we go. Not portfolio. Put that link in my, see, I just forgot it again. Profile. So y'all can follow me on there. Any outside work, don't approach me at my job, my place of employment for that. And yeah, my niece's birthday. I swear there was one more thing. I need to get better at writing stuff down, but I can't remember it now. So that's what I have for y'all so far. The time is 8:05, so we go ahead and get into our topic and everything. First and foremost, welcome to Prime TV. I'm your host, Kyle. If y'all don't know how to pronounce my name, it is my Instagram name, which is Kyle. And today's topic is about a world without men. If y'all did not read it already, a world without men. And just to piggyback off of that, it is more so about the new modern wave of feminists. I forgot what exactly happened that made me think of this, but I just feel like it needs to be talked about. First and foremost, let me read some of these comments. So Shani Too Sweet said, "I want some shoes, LOL. Mom, you got plenty of shoes. You got plenty of shoes. You want to go shopping? Just look in your closet." Anika underscore Anika said, "Happy early birthday to our baby. Whoop whoop. She is going to be 20. I mean, I said 20, but she's going to be 12. So happy early birthday to her." What are you, wait, are you talking about me? Because I feel like I'm the other one who sees you at work. If you're trying to say the only one that sees me at work, that is false. However, the shoe fits, but it wasn't about you. Whoever came to see at work, don't do it again. Because I'm in your comments, in her comments. Anika, that is my sister, y'all. She very protective. I'm good, Anika. I'm good. I'm just saying. If there's any outside drama, just don't bring it to my place of employment. Thanks. So yeah, today's topic, like I said, is about the modern way of feminist. And so just to backtrack a little bit, let's talk about what feminist, or the real definition of feminism, is. So the Oxford Dictionary definition is an advocate of women's rights on the basis of the equality of the sexes. And just to furthermore go into what that means, I looked up the definition of equality, and like I said, Oxford Dictionary definition is the state of being equal, especially in status, rights, and opportunity. So first, let's get into a little bit about where feminism and feminists come from. So this was back in 1848. That's when feminism and feminists were born. This happened in Sakana Fall Convention, or happened at the Sakana Fall Convention, which is in New York in July, or on July 19th and 20th of 1848, which was a women's right convention. It was a group of 300 men and women that came together to talk about the inconsistencies and the inequalities that were happening between men and women. It was really discussing things like control of money, the voting rights, how women weren't able to vote, and really, honestly, nobody was really able to vote except for white men. Later on, men of color were also able to vote, but literally no women were able to vote, which we know this if we know our history. And then they also weren't able to own any property that was also just men. This convention was ran by Elizabeth Cady Stanton and then Lucretia Mott. One of the interesting facts while I was looking this up was Frederick Douglass was he wasn't the only male, but he was there at this convention, but he was the only African American person that showed up to this convention, or African American male. It's not my job to give you a whole history lesson, but I did just want to give you a little background knowledge of where feminism and feminists came from. that was also the first time that they started fighting, like I said, for women's rights. And one of the first things that was accomplished as or for feminists, I mean, I got her back. Oh, one of the one of the first things that were achieved was the right to vote for women. So like I said, one of the things that stuck out to me when I was looking at feminism was the right for equality. One of the things that I feel like feminists today or feminism today it does not look the same as it did before. Before, it was actually fighting for different rights. They had purpose behind their movement, I feel like. And I don't necessarily feel like that is true for today. Feminism. What do you guys feel just on that? Like, how do you think, if you guys know any feminists or feminism, have you seen it? And what would you say is the difference between now and how it was back then? I'm gonna give y'all a couple of seconds. Not a couple of seconds, but a little bit of time to talk about that. I don't know. Nobody got anything to say? Or are y'all typing? And while I'm waiting for y'all to answer that, send out this live to some of y'all peoples that y'all know. Y'all aunties, uncles, cousins, brothers, friends, friends of a friends, frenemies, not frenemies. I don't know where that came from. Cats, dogs, whoever. Go ahead and send that out. I didn't wave at any of y'all, but y'all so far away. I need to just give me a little table, you know. Also, one more thing that I wanted to say too before I get back to this topic is if he's still in here, Foreign Cash 7, I was gonna be playing his music, but I'm still trying to figure out how to play and record at the same time. I have to record on my other phone, but I usually use my other phone to play music. So I think what I'm going to do is just add his music to my podcast once I post it, which I did mean to say that too. My podcast on Spotify will be posted at 8 tomorrow, and then it will also be posted at 8:30 on YouTube tomorrow. So there we go. On Mondays, the live from Sundays will be posted on my Spotify and my YouTube. So ain't nobody say nothing. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get my little 2 cents, and that's cool. But I feel like feminists and feminism is really just anti men today. I feel like feminism should really be about empowerment and uplifting our women. However, I feel like we are stepping on men's heads in order to get where we want to go, in order to get the things that we want to achieve. It's very much men ain't ish, and men don't listen, and men need to do this, and it's just like, I just don't think that feminism is really about uplifting and empowering our women nowadays, which is crazy because like that's something that we fought so hard for back in the day. Hold on. Danny Singh said, I shared it. I think the modern day feminists are a reach. Now it's more so to allow women to freely be open of their sexuality and express themselves or support promis what is that? Promiscuity. I agree. Themselves. Yeah. Is feel like women or feminists, I should say, feminists and feminism is not really what it was before. Like I said before, it was about fighting for equal rights compared to men because they were able to do things that we weren't able to do. And now it's like a lot of times we're just, like I said, for me, I think it's very anti-male. That's what the fight is about. Like, you guys are just very angry about angry towards men, and then as well just fighting to be, I don't know, it's kind of hard to talk about or hard to say. I think really in terms of the different gender identities, that's when the whole fight for promiscuism. What else did you say? Because it was, yeah, more open with sexuality. That I feel like that's really where it comes in. But yeah, so I feel like I said, very anti-male. This whole notion of I don't need no man. I'm very independent. I can figure it out by myself. Feminism is very wild because it's the exact opposite of what we're fighting for, which is, I feel like females or women are very masculine. Very, very much so masculine nowadays. We're very combative. We're very, like I said, independent. We don't really, or we're very big on, I don't need a man. And so, since us women don't need men, let's just look at what life would be with, or what life would be without men. I'm going to look at this in a few different ways. One, in the first and foremost way, is the biblical sense to a world without men. So what's funny is that well, let me back up. Let me read this comment first. Anika_Nika says, society changed a lot nowadays, so I feel like we had to step up and become independent. I do agree with that, but to say things like we don't need men, or not allowing to be a man in a relationship, I think that's when it comes into play where I'm saying females are very anti-man. Sing and Danny Singh said we need equal pay, equal rights, equality, or equal respect as men are. Equally respected as men are. I agree. But I feel like in order to get respect, we need to give respect. And I feel like women in general, not saying each individual person is, but I feel like women as a whole, especially how we present ourselves on media, we are not respecting men. For one, I see women on Twitter all the time when a guy is talking about his feelings or say anything that initiates or entitles any type of feeling, women are just like, oh, you're being very sassy. I just feel like as a man, you should be able to do this. Or I feel like as a man, why are you wearing skinny jeans? I feel like as a man, why are you wearing pink? Why is your favorite color pink? Things like that. Like men, I feel like women are very, not respectful to men as we should be. So that's just that. But let me go back again a little bit to what I was saying about a world without men from a biblical standpoint. So what's interesting is, if you guys read the Bible, back in Genesis chapter 2, and this is verses 21 through 23, we talk about how God created women. And women were created from a male's rib. So if we did not have a world, or if we had a world without men, we wouldn't even exist. Like, am I making sense? Does that make sense to y'all? We are so anti-man and we feel like we don't need men. But literally, if we did not have men, or men on earth, we as women, as a species, human beings, would not exist. So you tell me, do we need men or not? That's just the first point, okay? Women created from men. Just as the first standpoint, okay? Not only that, let's say God did create us first, okay? And we didn't have men. How would we even survive as a society or a civilization, because we would not be able to reproduce if men did not exist, right? We don't need men. We don't need men, right? Women don't need men. But how are we going to have babies if we don't have a guy? And females, one thing that really kill me is that females be like, oh, I don't need a man. And then guys will bring up, okay, well, how are you going to have children? And then women are like, well, I could just go to a sperm bank. That's still needing a man. You still need his sperm. Is it not? Am I losing my mind? Does that not make sense? Anika_Anika said we need each other, which is that's true. We both genders need each other, but we just talking about women right now. We just talking about women. I'll get back to the men another time, but we talking about women because I feel like as women, we are not taking accountability. So let me just stay on topic and talk about these women, okay? So like I said, we want to have a civilization because we need men in order to carry on to the next generation. We need men in order to create offspring. So this whole notion as you don't need a man, okay, you continue to think that you don't need a man, but how are you going to have children? Rest my case. Not only that, still looking at a biblical sense, okay? Everybody, or if you read the Bible, one thing that's big on Christianity is homosexuality. If we didn't have men, all of us would be lesbians. Right? Because God didn't create men. So if we're as Christians not supposed to be homosexual, and we're not supposed to like the same sex, make it make sense to me. Make it make sense. A lot of Christians believe homosexuality, right, is a sin and it's an abomination. So, if that's the case, would homosexuality exist? Or will all of us be considered homosexuals? We will all be lesbians. These are just the raw facts, okay? We need men, is all I'm saying. We need men, okay? That's all I'm saying. Danny Singh said we need our men for sure. Definitely. We definitely need our men. Anika_Anika said, I agree, but I think a lot of guys need to step up. Okay, that's fine. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just strictly talking about women right now. We are just talking about how we treat our men and the idea of feminism and feminists today. That's all I'm talking about right now. A world without men. Not saying that men are the holy grail and they're doing everything correct, because that's another subject. But I'm just saying we talking about our females, our ladies today. This thing coming off. Maybe I'm just moving too much. I be talking with my hands. Okay. A lot act like females and want to be taken care of and want to be taken care of. Okay. A lot act like females. So you saying men act like females and want to be taken care of? How exactly, going off of that, how do men act like females? What is your definition of acting like a female? I would like to know. So yeah, that's just the whole biblical sense of a world without men. So now I'm gonna go a little into a realistic perspective on this. If we did not have men, okay, because we don't need men, right? If we did not have men here on earth, who would protect us as females? Will we all be protecting each other? Are we going to go fight the wars that happen in Iraq and Afghanistan and everything that's going on right now? Because me, like, I couldn't do it. I mentally couldn't do it. And I physically can't do it. I think sometimes about going into the army. I did think about it before, but I'm just like, nah, because if somebody yell in my face, I'm not gonna be able to handle that at all. So I can't fight in no war. On top of that, constantly looking over my shoulder to see if somebody trying to kill me, I definitely can't handle that. So who gonna protect us? Not saying that women aren't, in the army already, because I have a friend who's in the army. But I'm just saying, the vast majority of the army are men. So, if we don't have men, y'all gonna fight, y'all gonna enlist in the war? Just let me know. I'm saying some do, but not all. I couldn't do it either. Are you saying some men do act like females? But that's just one thing for protection. I had a situation where I was at home. I was cooking. I had finished cooking, and there was a lady. I had seen her before, and she had she was like hiding from her boyfriend at the time. I don't know exactly their whole situation, but she was hiding from her boyfriend. She had asked, this is not that day, but just a little background story. She had asked if she could come stay, or she could come in and charge her phone. I said that was cool. She ended up charging her phone. She left, blase, blase. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that happened in between there, but she charged her phone. She was with her friend. Her and her friend had came in, charged her phone. They left. The next time, this is the time now that I'm talking about, I was at home cooking. I ended up finishing. I had a friend over. And then the same girl had knocked on my door, asked if she could come charge her phone. She said that she was actually done with the guy. And so she was sitting there. Somebody banged the door. It was her friend. Her friend ended up leaving. Then next thing I know, her boyfriend come and knock on the door. He knocked at first. I open it. He said, is somebody here? I don't even remember who it was, the name. But I was like, nah. And then the guy left. And then he come and he started banging on my door again. I didn't answer this time. He kicked my door in. Alright, he kicked my door in. And then, after he had kicked my door in, I'm literally sitting there like, in shock, like, what just happened? I can't believe that this man really just kicked my door in. I've never experienced that before. That was wild. Like, this man literally just turned into the Hulk, and I'm like, I was scared. My friend that was there at the time, he was just trying to, like, de-escalate the situation. And mind you, like, I'm gonna just call the police because I don't know what to do. I end up calling the police. Y'all. And while I'm on the phone with the police, like, they asking me, like, the obvious, like, your home address, what exactly happened, are you being threatened or whatever. The guy turned around, he see that I'm on the phone, he pull out a gun. In my face. Right here. In my face. And, like, if you call the police, I'm gonna shoot you. Woo! I was... Now, I think I dropped, no, did I drop my phone? No, I definitely froze. I was sitting there like, my heart was beating. I can feel it now, exactly how it was that day. But my heart was beating. I was scared. I was nervous. And my friend, like I said, was de-escalating the situation. Now, my friend at the time that was there was a man. Alright? It wasn't no female. It was a male. Imagine if it was a female. We both gonna be screaming. Mind you, like, I didn't have no shoes on. Did I have a dog at the time? Did I have my dog? I did have my dog, but what happened? Why didn't my dog protect me? That's so random. I'm just now thinking about that. That doesn't even matter. The point is that there was a male there. Now, a world without men, that he would not have been there. I probably would have been dead on the floor right now because I definitely would have screamed. I mean, I would have been frozen, but I would have screamed. He was just like, Kai, just go to my car, go to my car. So I hurry up and I run out. Or I try to run out to go to the car. Mind you, I'm still on the phone with the police. The police talking in my ear, and I'm trying to act like I'm not on the phone because I don't know if this man is serious about shooting me or not. But I don't want him to know that I'm on the phone with the police. That was a lot. But anyways, yeah, I go run to his car while I'm running. I tripped on a rock. My big toe got stuck. Anyways, I hurt my big toe is all I'm saying. And I ran to his car. Now, like I said, mind you, men are very protective. What if that was a female? Anika, you on here, you my sister. What you gonna do if somebody hold up a gun to my face? You gonna be calm? You gonna de-escalate the situation? Please let me know. He was locked up? Is that a question? Are you asking me if he was locked up? Mom, what you gonna do in that situation? Somebody kicking my door and you there and he got a gun and he like, where's so and so at? Mind you, at this time too, he had hit her because she started crying and she was screaming. What you gonna do? To my women out there, what y'all gonna do? What would y'all have done in that situation? Because I guarantee you, I will have died. But how? Like you gonna go after him? You gonna jump in front of me with the gun, or what you gonna do? If you would have died, then he would have killed me too, because now I'm a witness. So we both dead. All I'm saying is that men are our protectors. Okay, a world without men, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do because I couldn't handle that. I was literally frozen, and I wasn't gonna help the girl because, like, girl, I don't know you well enough to have myself killed, so I guess you just gonna have to go. I'm sorry. I would protect you. I'm sure you would, Mom. I'm not saying that you wouldn't protect me. I'm just saying that you gonna die and then I'm gonna die after you because they not gonna leave no witness. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. On top of on top of men, where am I at? On top of, being protected, it was men. A lot of men created these inventions that we have. The atomic bomb during war, men created that. Okay, these lights that we using, men created that. So, I mean, like, if there was no men, I feel like obviously women might have stepped up and created things like this. But I'm saying, in a sense, these things would not be here right now. It might have taken us a little bit longer to get to these things that we have now because they were created by men. So yes, we do need men. You gonna run? I'm not gonna run. My feet, I was frozen. I didn't even realize that I was frozen until my friend at the time called my name like 3 times. I didn't realize I was frozen. I was literally sitting there, just like, I don't even think I blinked. Okay, I was scared. I was nervous. Couldn't do it. So, that's all I'm saying. Okay, that's just wild to me. With feminists being so anti-male in that saying things like we don't need men. We do need men. I need protection, okay? I mean, I can protect myself. I've been doing it for myself for a while now. Staying by myself. I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, the point is, I've been doing it, but it's just like, there is nothing like a man's protection. where I can just let my guards down and just be completely 100% feminine energy. Like that's just one of the things I'm looking to, or looking forward to, with marriage. Like, I know that I can be calm and I can just be me wholeheartedly, because I'm gonna have my husband there. I'm not gonna be constantly worried and looking over my shoulder and things like that, because my husband is gonna be there. That's all I'm saying. We need men. Women, can we stop acting like we don't need them, because we do? Now, I'm not saying lower your standards and just let men run over you. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying we need to acknowledge the fact that we do need men. We do need our men, and we do need to be more respectful to them. I'm not talking about what men do right now. I just need y'all to keep that in mind, because I feel like somebody gonna be like, okay, well, men need to respect us too, because that is true. However, I'm not talking to the men right now. I'm talking to my women. I'm talking to my ladies right now. We need to start respecting our men and realizing that we actually need them. I feel like feminism and feminists should really just be talking about empowering our women. And like I said before, we don't have to step on men's head and step on our counterparts in order to get to a higher place of respect and all that. It's just not necessary. And that's not just with women. It's just saying in general, we don't need to degrade one in order to give power to another. It's not necessary. Absolutely not. So let's talk about it more on a female to female type of thing, okay? Because this is a world without men. They don't exist. Y'all know those women, or the women that end up fighting each other because their counterpart was in an entanglement with someone else. Imagine nothing but fighting, because we are always fighting each other due to infidelity. These men don't exist, right? So now, not only are we doing sinful things, okay, we're also fighting each other because of those sinful things. Because women gonna cheat just like men. It don't matter what gender you are. And what's crazy about it is women are more slick when it comes to cheating. They get away with it far way more than men get away with it, because men just they cheat in a very dumb way. Women are very smart with being sly and secretive. So, like, imagine that. That is wild to me. That is wild. On top of that, we get mad at men for saying realistic things, such as no guy, like guys not caring about diplomas and whatnot, degrees, there we go, not diplomas, because but not caring about degrees and things like that, things about our outer appearance when it comes to high valued men. Some of the things that Kevin Samuels talk about, if y'all don't know who Kevin Samuels is, RIP to him, but some of the things that he talked about with a high valued man is not going to go for someone who is overweight, okay? But and a lot of women were upset with things like that. But we are constantly belittling and disrespecting our own kind. We're constantly talking about, oh, this guy shouldn't have, or my man shouldn't even have cheated on me with so-and-so because she ugly. Or she not smart. Hold on. Who was that? I was watching Love is Blind. And the girl that was on there, this was the most recent season, that was it season 4? I think so. But the most recent season, no, it wasn't Love is Blind. It was Ultimatum. There we go. Ultimatum. there was a African American lady on there, and her boyfriend went on there. She was the one who gave her boyfriend the ultimatum, and the girl that was also there, she was given the ultimatum, and she was talking to the girl that gave the guy the ultimatum. She was giving him the girl was talking to him, and then the girlfriend of the guy, you know what, this is getting a little complicated. Let me just give initials. So like J and V, I don't know. I gotta remember that. J and V went on the show together. J was the one who gave V the ultimatum. J is the girl, V is the dude. And then the other girl, Y, was there. She was given the ultimatum. Y was trying to talk to V, and as Y was talking to the V, J had came over and was like, "What you see in her? She just a Hooters B. I'm not gonna say the word, but a Hooters bish. What can you even get from her? She don't do anything but work at Hooters." You see how degrading that is? And that's what us women do to each other all the time. Even if it's not about a man. It could be something as simple as she became captain and you didn't. Like the whole how dramatic women are and how agonizing. This is why bro, this is why I don't even have a lot of female friends, because like the drama that exists in the female world is just like, why is this a thing? You're mad because your man approached me. Okay, but did I give him energy? Why are you mad at me about that? You know, I've had people want to fight me because their ex tried to talk to me. And they told me, even though we weren't talking, they said, "Oh, I can't talk to you no more because my ex trying to fight you." First of all, man, I don't care, because I wasn't trying to talk to you in the first place. Okay? But like them petty things, why? Why is that a thing? Have y'all been saying stuff this whole time? I just been rambling. Y'all just listening. That's cool. Hold on. Els underscore the underscore goat said, "Mother effers, mofos don't know how to mind their business." That's not the point. Whether they know how to mind their business or not. I'm just saying the girl on girl drama is just too much for there to not be men in the world. Even if there weren't men in the world, there's going to be another reason why women are going to have them petty arguments. "Oh, you got the same dress as me, but I wear it better." "No, you don't." "Yes, I do. Kelly told me so." Okay, like it's just like it just be too much. I just can't. On top of that, we're very indecisive. For every girl that is in this live right now, what y'all want to eat? Tell me right now, what y'all want to eat? I don't even know what I want to eat. I'm a little hungry. I could eat right now, but I don't even know what I want to eat. Things like this is just like, we're very indecisive. We're very emotional. Vivi. Who is Vivi? VW. Is that VW or Vivi? I had veggies. I didn't ask you what you had. I said, what do you want to eat? But I'm just saying, like, we need men to be like, you know what? Put in an outfit. We gonna go here. Cool, because I didn't know what I wanted. That's fine with me. You know? Like, we need them type of things. So why are we constantly saying that we don't need a man? Why are feminists very anti-male nowadays? That just boggles my mind. Men provide a type of balance that I need in my life. And I am not afraid to say that. That's what I told you. Exactly. I am James Williams. Exactly. Where did you get that outfit? Mom, you know you bought me this outfit. Okay, actually, let's say this. We both bought it together, because I bought the top this year, but you gave me the leggings like a couple years ago. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. We need balance, and that's why we need men. So for the feminists out there and that try to represent feminism and equality, stop being so anti-male. That's all I'm saying. Now, moving on to a little tangent, or moving on to the next thing. As I mentioned in the feminist, feminist definition, which I'll read it again. This is the Oxford definition. An advocate of women's rights on the bias of the equality of sexes. Again, equality is the state of being equal, especially in status, rights, and opportunity. Now, I feel like a lot of women don't fight for equality. They like to fight for equity. The difference between the two, equality is about being the same, regardless of gender. So, I'm going to treat you like a male. I'm going to fight you like a male, whatever the case is. Equality is meaning the same. Equity is about fairness. That's what we need to, get into. Let's just give an example with the whole Chris Brown and Rihanna situation. I want some chicken. You always want chicken, so that don't count. Like I said, yeah, going to the whole Chris Brown and Rihanna situation. Now, if y'all don't know, I feel like y'all should know, but if y'all don't know, Chris Brown and Rihanna, or Chris Brown did he go to jail? I think he went to jail. He did some time and whatever because he assaulted Rihanna. I didn't say whatever to belittle the situation. The situation happened. It was very, very heartbreaking for me because I love me some Chris Brown, but that's beside the point. Not saying that I don't care about Rihanna, but the point is, it was very unfortunate for the both of them. But I don't know if y'all know this, because I only found this out because I watched Chris Brown's documentary that came out. If y'all didn't watch it, y'all should. It was on Netflix, but I don't know where it is now. But I watched it in theater. I remember that. But yeah, so Chris Brown had made a documentary, and one of the things that he mentioned was Rihanna was consistently putting her hands on him. I'm not saying that she was abusive, but I'm saying that she did put her hands on him quite a bit. And that time that, came out with Chris Brown hitting her or whatever, that was, a breaking point for him. So for the women who wants equality, okay, these men get down. You hitting a man like he ain't gonna do nothing, but you want equal rights, he gonna give you an equal opportunity to catch them hands. And I'm not condoning men putting their hands on women. I don't agree with it at all. However, if you are a woman, you are a female, and you are constantly putting your hands on somebody, on a man, and you expect not to get hit back, what is wrong with you? Why are you disrespecting people like that? We are human beings. We all have our breaking points. Why do you think just because you don't have a penis that you can put your hands on somebody that do? Tell me that. That's what I want to know. It's about equality, right? Equal opportunity. Make it make sense. Do y'all agree with me, or am I making sense? Like, let me know. Let me know. I just want to know. We talking about equality, right? Y'all want equal opportunities. But let's say you at work, okay? And you started your period that day. Didn't have tampons, didn't have a pad on you, had nothing. But you started your period. And you asked to leave work so you could go get a tampon or go get a pad. And the supervisor is like, nah. You think that's okay? But that's what a supervisor would do to a man, though. I feel like maybe that's a little extreme. If a supervisor seen that you was bleeding, okay, maybe he might let you off the hook. But let's just say attitudes, because the attitudes come when us females got periods. Every single one of us. For me, it's not while I'm on my period. It's usually the week before. However, you're about to start your period. You're on your period. When them hormones come into play, right? We all do it. Okay? Or I say all of us females, we have it. So a lot of my brother, for one, as soon as I be like, I have an attitude and I be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on my period. He'll be like, okay, I get it. He cut me a break. However, we don't do that with men. If they got an attitude, they just sassy, right? But we want equality, right? We want equal opportunities. We just gave birth, right? Just had a child, popped it out, boop. And now we got to go right back to work. Next day. There's no maternity leave because we got equal rights, right? Equal opportunities. Does that make sense? Women as women and feminists, okay, feminism needs to realize that our battle is not equality. It is equity. We are fighting for equalness. And I feel like a lot of us don't realize that. Like I said, it's very anti-male. And it's just like, we should have this because I'm a woman and men got it already. Or men could have it. Whatever the case is. That just doesn't make any sense. Let me take a break a little bit and read these comments. Highest favor or flavor. Yikes. Said, equality for the things that benefit women only. So that would be equity and not equality. Because equity is about fairness, not having the same things. But I guess, and I did speak of that, or I did mention that. I feel like women just like, they like equality when it comes to things that benefit them. That's further along in my notes because I'm reading off my notebook, but these are just talking points that I have. Yeah. Since you mentioned that, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about equity because I have it in my notes right here. You also said yes for CEOs and not for garbage collection. What do you mean by that? Yes for CEOs. I don't know what I said. I've been talking a lot. I just be talking. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to remind me what I said, where that came from. So like I said, equity. They fight for equity and not equality. The Oxford definition of equity is the quality of being fair and impartial. So that's really what I feel like women fight for. They fight for. They say equality, but I feel like they really fight for equity. Like the highest flavor said, women like things, or they fight for things, equality when it comes to things that benefit us. Feminists, I should say feminists. I feel like we can get on that another day. But feminists nowadays fight for things that only benefit women, or they fight for equality for things that benefit women. Example, say men started only men club, only men, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something that only men could do. I don't know, say that there was a job out there, a business out there that was geared towards only men. I feel like as feminists, they would be like, oh, I should be able to work here too. Why does it matter if I'm a man or not? I should be able to do it. I should be able to work here even though the business is made for, we'll say for single dads. We'll go that route. Say there's a business that's out there for only single dads. They got children obviously because they're a dad. Women are quick to be like, nah, you can't have that. I should be able to have that too. Or they try to dilute the social double standards that are in our society, or so, social norms, just like the fact that men can sleep with a lot of women and it's not looked frowned upon, but if women sleep with a lot of men, it's an issue. Things like that are the things that I feel like women are like, oh, things should be equal. And I'm not saying that double standards, don't exist, or double standards shouldn't be a thing, because I have a huge issue with double standards, and that's for another time. However, those are one of the things where it's just like women fight for equality when it benefits them. We don't want to be looked at as 304s, because men don't get looked at 304s. But at the end of the day, that's a double standard that's going to be there. It's not fair, like I said, so that's when equity comes into play. That's equity, not equality. It's not fair that men can sleep with a lot of women and not get looked at as bad. But it's a social norm. It's a social, double standard. It exists. There's nothing that we can really do about that. So that's just one of the things that I just think is interesting. So, like I said, just a recap of everything. We need our men. We need to be more respectful to our men. Women, we need to start taking accountability for the things that we do. Being anti-men is not a way to go when it comes to talking about feminists or feminism, because that's what I feel like feminism is. I mean, you may not agree with me, and that's perfectly fine. That's your opinion. But females are very anti-men. Oh, men are very sassy. That's what the women tweet nowadays. Oh, I feel like as a man, if you don't only wear Jordans, that's very sassy. I feel like as a man, if you open up and you tell me your feelings, that's very sassy. Newsflash, men need a space to let out their emotions as well. And that has nothing to do with them being sassy. It's about emotional intelligence. That's a whole nother topic, but that's just that. I did ask around, and this is my last point. I did ask around a little bit of what feminine energy is. Because I feel like as feminists nowadays, we're doing the opposite. We're doing the opposite of what we're actually trying to fight for. One of the things that we try to fight for is things that bring out our feminine energy, and we're being the exact opposite of what feminine is supposed to be about. Feminine is all about, and these are things that people have told me. I don't have my Instagram story up or like my Snapchat, but I have said these things, or I have asked people. These are what they describe feminine energy: soft, graceful, fluid, receptive, nurturing, trust or trustworthy. What else did they say? That's just some of them that I wrote down. I wasn't able to write down the others, but the way feminists are now, I shouldn't say we're, because I don't know if I'm very feminist or not, but feminists in general, nowadays, they're very masculine. We're very combative. Those are things that you would describe as, just the opposite of being feminine. So if we're going to try to be called feminist, we should first check ourselves and be feminine. We should first look at empowering our women in fighting for equity, before we try to be so, negative. We need to start taking accountability for the things that we do as women and learn from our mistakes as women in order to better ourselves as women as a whole, before we just put everything on men. Feminists and feminine energy and all that, everything that has to do with femininity. Is that how you say it? I always feel like I say it wrong. But all that has to do with being feminine. Okay. Um, like I said, I'll get on men another day. But I'm really saying this because I feel like this needs to be an alert to our women. We need to do better. So no, we cannot have a world without males. We need males. We need our men here. We need to start loving them better. We need to start doing better for our men so we can start appreciating. If we start appreciating our men for what they are and why we have them here, then we can, start looking inward and start taking the accountability for the things that we need to work on. Stop putting everything on men, because men is not the wrongdoers in every single situation that we have. Not saying that men don't do stuff. Please let me make that very clear. I'm not saying men are just perfect, because they're not. They got problems. They got their own issues that they need to work on, and I'm gonna get into that topic another day. However, stop saying that we don't need men. Stop saying stuff that just does not make sense. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Saying we don't need men is just ridiculous. It does not make sense to me. Love, appreciate everybody that we have on this earth, for the human beings and their sole purpose that they were made for or created for. Men are here to protect us. Okay? Women, we're here to nurture. Not saying that it can't be the other way around as well, but I'm just saying, let's appreciate one another for our roles. And that's pretty much all I have for that whole topic. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If y'all didn't, that's fine. But like, comment. I was about to say subscribe, but I'm not on YouTube. But this will be posted on YouTube. So for the people that are watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Again, I do have my Spotify up. So I'm going to post the link on there so y'all can go follow me on Spotify. So if y'all weren't able to catch this and you don't want to watch it on here, you can catch it on Spotify. If y'all don't want to watch or listen to it on Spotify, you can go ahead and watch it on YouTube. Both of those will be posted tomorrow. The one on Spotify will be posted by 8 p.m. and then it will be posted on YouTube by 8:30. And yeah, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh wait, I did forget to say. I'm gonna be back here next Sunday. Actually, no, that was the announcement that I had. I'm gonna try my live on TikTok next Sunday at 8 p.m. So my TikTok is yellie.john twice. So that's YELLIE dot JON2X. I'm gonna be there next Sunday at 8 p.m. because I'm just trying to see which platform would be better for me. So next Sunday, 8 o'clock, TikTok. And yeah, I'm gonna post that on my Instagram story too. You're gonna have to remind me, that's fine. I'll send out a reminder, but TikTok next Sunday, not here. So I'm about to get off. I need some sleep, obviously. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.